Hey friends, you may try to push Jesus away, but he grabs a hold and he pulls you in anyway. And then he invites you to do the same thing with the people he places in your life. That's going to be our thought, our encouragement for today. We've been in a story in Luke chapter 5. You should read 1 to 11. We're going to read starting in verse 8. But just to set the context, if you haven't seen other videos, Jesus is teaching. He asked Peter to step into his boat, take him out in the water. He asked Peter to do the exact wrong thing, to go fishing in the morning when that's, according to, that's not the time to do it. They have a huge catch of fish. They finally drag them all back to land. And then Peter just acknowledges, here's what he says. When Peter saw this, he fell at Jesus' knees and said, "Go away from me, Lord. I'm a sinful man." For he and all of his companions were astonished at the catch of fish that they had taken. So were James and John, the sons of Zebedee, Simon's partners. Then Jesus said to Simon, "Don't be afraid. From now on, you will fish for people." So they pulled their boats up on the shore, and they left everything, and they followed him. See, when Peter realized how pure and who he was dealing with, this is Jesus, this is God, it also showed him how far away he was from that mark, from being like Jesus. And so he just collapses. I'm not worthy, right? The old, Bill and Ted's thing. And Jesus goes, no. You don't understand what's going on here. I know who you are. And he knows who you are. And once we realize who he is and what he's done for us, it's easy to go, I could never be that. I could never do that. And to you, just like he was to Peter, he says, you might try to push me away, but I'm not letting go. And then he gives Peter that invitation. Don't be afraid. From now on, you are going to go and do to others what I've done to you. And Peter relents, leaves his business, and begins following Jesus full time. See, I'm not suggesting you should leave your business, although quitting my job does seem appealing at times. I was in shorts yesterday, and today I've got 2 layers on. I love the Midwest. What I am suggesting is that God places people in your path, and it's easy for well-meaning followers of Jesus to look at those people and go, oh, come on, man. Why would you do that? Why would you think like that? We live in a country that's extremely divided. And, there's thoughtful people on all sides of the divide. Jesus' invitation for his followers, wherever they're at, is to not allow that to be their reality. That when someone's trying to push you away, that it's our job in a spiritual sense, right? In a physical sense, you start grabbing people, you go to jail. But in a spiritual sense, to not let go of them, to not let them push us away. We might give them a little bit of space, but it's our job to do for the people that God places in our world what he did for these guys right here. He said, you just keep walking with me, which is what we've been talking about. And so when you feel like pushing people away, or when you feel like someone's trying to push you away, you need to understand the Jesus thing to do in that situation is to, I hear you, and I'm not going anywhere. To continue to walk with them, to continue to love them, to continue to serve them. We don't get to turn our nose up at people, those that we like, those that we agree with, those that agree with us. We get to, as Jesus did with the Samaritan woman, we said in an earlier video, she was living exactly the opposite way that Jesus was. The people that you look at and you go, this is horrible, I can't believe anybody. It's our job to come alongside those people and to love them and to serve them, and to not be the morality police and to not push people away. Followers of Jesus, we don't push. We grab a hold of people and we pull them in. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.